What's up, everybody? This is a video response for Logan Myers. He's holding a 200 sub contest, so I think you're at 167, 68 right now. Congratulations, that's awesome. I am smoking in my straight diplomat from Zero with my custom stubby pipe stem. Some Da Vinci. Really good stuff. Very nice aromatic from Dan Tobacco. And it's burning basically on the bottom of the bowl right now, so it's almost out. You wanted us to tell you a story about a prank we pulled, and I have to say I have to pussy out because I cannot play a prank on camera. Not because I don't want to, I would like to, but you wouldn't understand a fucking thing because I live in Germany. Dudes tend to speak German here, and most of you don't, so excuses. That's just mine. I have actually two stories. One story that one prank that I pulled on someone, and one that was pulled on me. So you don't have to choose. Obviously, the entry is for the one I pulled. And I didn't do it alone, I did it with two other friends. So, a friend of mine had a new living situation, and he was looking for a roommate. He was already living with a friend of his, but they needed an additional person for the lease. So the two friends and I, we came up with a Facebook profile. I don't know what she was called, but it was a girl. And we were messaging him, and both those guys for that matter. And it went on and on for I think 2 weeks or so. And we made an appointment, you know, to look at the apartment. And there's a really that would be a really long story. What specifically we talked about, you know, every fucking detail, boyfriends, sexual preferences, girlfriends, and oh man, and no, she wasn't a cheerleader, she was a ballet dancer, and all that kind of shit, you know, a real bendy chick, which everybody likes, it seems. So it's gone out, that's fine. So we invented all this information about her, and on paper she looked like the perfect roommate, you know, actually perfect girlfriend. And we made an appointment, and they had back-to-back appointments for applicants, and we showed up. We rang at the door, and they live in the second floor. They moved by now. Lived on the second floor, and they got on the intercom and said, "Look, dudes, we don't have time at all for you guys. We have a new applicant coming, and she's our favorite, and we really want to make a good impression on everything." And they basically sent us away, threw us out, and we pressured. No, come on, man, let us come up, and we have a drink or something. And then finally they cave in, both did, and we came with a what's it called? Not a 6-pack, but you know, a 24 box of beer. And we just sat down in the room, and we were waiting and drinking beer, and nobody was coming. And finally we told them the story that nobody was coming. So you would really have to be there. It was really funny because it was such a build-up of multiple weeks, and they were so excited, and we knew that, you know, nobody was coming, and it was really hard to keep a straight face for I think an hour, 90 minutes or so, and just drink and ask them about the person they were expecting, and hearing the great stories about them, and about that girl we made up, and it was really funny. So that's the prank we pulled. I was a part of it. And a prank that was pulled on me was just, I think, on Friday or so. I have usually a USA flag pin, you know, a collar pin on my white coat at work in the hospital. And a friend of mine sent me a picture with him wearing it, you know, like that, wearing the pin. And he said, and he just sent me the picture. He dropped no lines underneath. And I asked him, where the fuck did you get that? Because it was obviously my pin. He's not an America lover like me, so he wouldn't buy something like that. And I asked him, where did you find this? So it was in our locker room, he said. And he found it on a locker, and he asked for my number, and I told him my locker number, and he said, oh yeah, that locker was cleaned out good. It was already open. Lock hasn't been broken. But it was opened, completely cleaned out, and the pin was lying on top of it. So I was like, shit, all my work clothes were in there, and it would be a real hassle to, you know, get new ones. But it wasn't all that bad because there wasn't too much personal stuff in there. There was a small, really small bug out bag like this size with just a knife, a flashlight, some fire stuff, some, I think $5 and some painkillers or something. You know, small relief medicine, just very minor stuff. Nothing really to cry about. It didn't have, you know, like a $250 knife in there or something. But as it turned out, the pin just lied on the floor, and yeah, the locker was fine. It was kind of a good prank, but I didn't have too much valuable stuff in there that I would cry about it or, you know, get really riled up. So that's a prank that was pulled on me just lately. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm not gonna make this too long. I thank you very much for this contest, Logan. You know, every contest is much appreciated by us. It's not, you know, necessary to do contests and giveaways, but we kind of like to, because we like to share and, you know, give others stuff and pointers and good information, and we get something in return, and, you know, it's awesome. We are awesome. So thank you much. Thank you very much for this contest. I very much enjoy watching your videos. I think you're a subscriber of mine as well. I know you're a subscriber of mine, so you will see this video in your info feed. And I thank you all very much for watching. Hope you have a great night. Go Hawks!